Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Sparkles, where I turn imagination into reality. Thank you for tuning in and giving me a few minutes of your time. Leave a comment below and let me know how my craftsmanship has came along. Also like and share this video. And if you'd like to watch my progression as a one-stop shop, subscribe and let us take the journey together. Galaxy Sparkles. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to unbox this binocular microscope, install it on that desk, because in the very near future we're going to begin setting stones, and nothing's going to help better than this tool right here. If something happens to be wrong with this piece of equipment, if it's not worth its money, I'll sure let you know so that you're not wasting your time nor your money on this particular product. Very interesting. So I'm definitely going to have to do a little modification here, which is no big deal. The only problem is the hardware store is closed today, being Thanksgiving and all. Alrighty, so now this came with a long rod, this little piece right here. It came with a long rod. I had to screw it up through there. This little top right there. Put this little top right here on it. Tightened it all up. This here had a little rounded nut on the bottom, but I guess I over torqued it. It's just a piece of plastic on the end of it. It was a 13 millimeter, but the true nut exposed itself right there, which is a 14 millimeter, and no big deal so far. Alrighty, next thing I'm gonna have to do, like I said, I'm gonna have to modify my desk just a little. So I've put two 2x4s right in here, and I'm going to drill some pilot holes through the top and use the provided screws that they've used. I've also, for support, since it's kind of heavy, I've added a 2x4 right in between my little cheap desk right there so it doesn't sag. Just a small modification, no big deal. So we're going to start drilling some pilot holes now and begin screwing it down and finish putting this thing together. I'll be right back with you. Hang tight. So I've drilled my pilot holes, and unfortunately I don't have the correct bit to screw that in, so we're going to have to do some hand cranking. So I'm going to get here and get me some wrist action in here and get to wearing this wrist out, get some of that wrist action going. So let me get this screwed in and I'll get right back with you and give you an update. Hang tight. Alright, so far so good. We've got 3 installed. We have 1 more to drill and screw in. I was just giving you an update while I let these wrists heal up. There's some meaty screws, and let me tell you, by hand, that's pretty tough. Pretty tough. I haven't worked in 2.5 years, and I just don't have the wrist action, the wrist control, the wrist muscle I used to once have just 2.5 years ago. So I had to take a little break and give y'all an update. So there it is. We got 1 more go, and I'll be right back with you. We'll finish putting this thing together and test it out and see what we can see. Hang tight. Be right back. All right, there it is, all 4 of them in there. We're solid as a rock. We've got plenty of bracing underneath to fully secure it to keep it from sagging. So hopefully this $59 Walmart desk will hold together for a few years, and someday we may have to update, but for now this is going to work just fine. Tomorrow I'll need to go to the supply house and get some screws and a bit that fits my drill, so I'm able to secure this just a little bit more, maybe get a couple of screws to help support it. Probably doesn't need it, but definitely need to get that in there. Not that it's going to go anywhere, it's still going to do its job, but for now it's operational, fellas. And all right, I'm gonna get off here and finish putting this thing together, and we'll see y'all in a few. Hang tight. All right, so far so good. we've got it all almost put together here. I've took off the protective lens, and we're going to install this 0.5 lens, I guess for the wider angle. So let's get that put on and take us a peek here in just a minute and see what happens. Here we go. Had to get some good eye on that thing and line them fine threads up. Them some super fine threads right there. And just hand tight, boom, nice and gentle. Don't put no torque on it. Just nice, gentle, just a snug, choo-choo, just a nice little snug. Now I got 3 holes here to hold this camera in. It only came with 1. I'm not quite sure what them other 2 holes or where the nuts or bolts are. All right, here we go. We're going to install this light now. Came with a little light. Came with a nice little light. I don't know how many lumens exactly it is, but it's fairly bright. It just slides right over that lens and screws right on there with them 3 little hand screws. Nothing to it. Fairly simple. I'm gonna get off here and tighten these things up right quick, and I'll be right back with you. Put the eyepieces in and we'll take a peek and see what's inside. Hang out, hang loose, hang tight. Either way, hang on. I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, so this is our hardware that's left over. We got 3 nuts. This here was what came and helped hold on the microscope itself, but I just went ahead and used the 3 extra bolts. I don't know what else they were for, but that's what I'm using. It worked out just fine. It's very sturdy. It's very sturdy on my desk with that modification. Let's see what the light's looking like for you guys. It's not very bright, is it? We'll see what it looks like through the microscope here in just a minute. We'll take a peek at something look real small, see what it looks like, see what we can zoom it up and see how close our working distance is going to be and all that good stuff. And give me just a minute to put the eyepieces in, and I'll be right back with you, and we'll take a peek and see what we can see. Hang out just a sec. Be right back. All right, that is fully zoomed out right there, and I am approximately 7.5, 8 inches away from my work, fully zoomed of 45 times. So the only thing is going to be getting used to trying to work this thing. So you have to use, well, I've sitting here just been practicing for a couple of minutes, and what I've been doing is using my long distance vision. That number 7 right there, it's fully zoomed out. I mean, it is massive to me. And you will be able to see every little detail in it. I mean, it's just simply amazing. I'm very pleased. And I'll have to practice. It's just going to take some practice and getting used to, that's all. That's fully zoomed out. Let me show you what I'm seeing. See if we can get you in there. Afraid not. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to get you in the shot. Oh, that's nice. So I'm just practicing right here. I've been kind of fooling around with this thing the last 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm on that number 4 right there, and this is going to be so nice. That's probably, just guessing, maybe close to a 1 millimeter stone, possibly. A 1.5 millimeter stone. Just guessing. I am going to be able to do some serious detail work with this microscope, and I'm very, very excited. So stay tuned. We'll be setting some stones soon. I got the rolling mill in. I've only been at this for 2.5 weeks, and it just takes time to get started. So stay tuned, and there's going to be some exciting times coming. And we are going to turn this into a one-stop shop. Also with this particular microscope, I I purchased it came with this ball vise. I'm not hey, unless this is the tool for it, I'm not quite sure how to operate it, honestly. That's not the tool for it. I don't even know how to operate this thing yet, but it came with some hardware. Came with this little goodie bag here. So we'll see what all's involved, and future's bright around here at Galaxy Sparkles. I hope y'all stay tuned and like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Thank y'all very much. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoyed time with yourself, your family, your friends. However your Thanksgiving worked out, I hope it was wonderful for you. Mine was great. I enjoyed my little family. And it's time to carry on and get back to making some jewelry, guys. And like always, guys, I'm sending out a huge energy ball full of love, full of joy, and full of connectedness coming at you. All right, thank y'all. And we'll see you next time.